Today's Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by NCC, Tioga Medical Center, The Country Store, St. Luke's Medical Center, O'Theon Boutique, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Hougland Insurance Services, D&L Paraffin, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bravera Bank, Continental Resources, Northwest Therapy Services, Nesset Consulting Service, Roustabout Service and Insulating, DA Land, LLC, Tioga Ace Hardware, Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, The Bank of Tioga, Tioga Parts Supply, Tegan's Interiors, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Prairie Home Furnishings, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Montreal County Health Center, Brandy Larson Insurance Agency, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, Border Mobile Grain Cleaning, Wham! LLC and Dry Fork Supply, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, Crosby Chiropractic, The City of Ray, Lindsay Grocery, Northern Charm Boutique, Montreal Williams Electric Cooperative, Burke Divide Electric Cooperative, Mirex Petroleum Corporation, Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, Faith Baptist Church of Kenmare, Ray Farmers Union Elevator, Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, Tioga Pirates Booster Club, The Depot LLC, Big Memo Laser, TNT Measurements Incorporated, The Food Barn, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated, Sund Manufacturing, Sorensen Ranch, Western Education Regional Co-op, RTC Networks, Flag Family Media.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of GameDay Media, LLP, and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent by GameDay Media, LLP.
The stage has been set, a rivalry as old as the dirt underneath this beautiful floor here in Tioga, North Dakota. It's the Divide County Maroons. They're going to face off against the Tioga Pirates. Welcome into Game Day Media. My name is Dallas Hanson, joined along courtside with David Peterson. And my, oh my, do we have a fun one tonight. We're a very scrappy, picking up some big wins, Divide County Maroon basketball team will go against what we can consider a team that's going to go for a district championship, and they're led by a gentleman named Brennan Johnson, who might get an All-State honor. David, I'd like to welcome you into the program now. You'll be doing color tonight. Thanks for bringing me back. It feels good to be in Tioga. And like I was saying, this rivalry, you and I have both played in this rivalry, a very fun, but it gets very competitive, especially in Tioga. You've watched this Tioga boys team a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about the greatness that Brennan Johnson brings to the floor.
Yeah, Brennan Johnson's having an absolute fantastic senior campaign, averaging 28 points per game. I think right at about 18 rebounds a game. shooting 54% from the field, 25% from three-point, 45% from the free throw line, all while doing 32 minutes per game. He's just everything that a coach could want in a basketball player. There's a lot of things that you can coach, but what you can't coach is height. You can't coach 6'7". I'd say probably 250 pounds. He's a load. He's a dominating force. But the other one that's having a really nice season for Tioga is the eighth grader. Eighth grader Cooper Hayes having a good start to his eighth grade campaign, about 15 points per game, shoots at 92% from the free throw line. So don't follow him. Yeah. But he's having a fantastic season. And then some other role players. Rylan Hollingshead's having a good year. Jaron Ron, Weston Lallam, they're all having pretty good seasons thus far.
You've been listening to our Border Plains Equipment pregame show. Border Plains Equipment located right off of Highway 2 in Stanley, North Dakota. Your local Case IH dealer. Visit Plains Ag, that's Plains ag.com for local inventory and explore job opportunities. David, shifting our focus now to the other side of the stat book, that's the Divide County Maroons. And they've got a team. Last year, it was a tough year for the Maroons program. They got second-year head coach Zach Johnson kind of getting this team to believe, it feels like.
I think so. I talked to these guys both. Well, they came to Tioga for a preseason scrimmage, and I talked to Trevor afterwards. I said, you guys are going to surprise some teams. You guys are better than what you had last year. Everybody's a year older, and I think the reason why they're having so much success is number 14, the man who just threw it down on the other side of the court, number 14, Stockton Nelson. He's having a tremendous season, leading just about every statistical category for the Maroons. Great football player, good kid. You know, I like talking to good kids like this, but you can't count them out. The Maroons are here to play. I think Zach's doing an awesome job with the team. Trevor Tomte, both doing fantastic jobs for the Maroons. Definitely the two right people for the job.
Stockton Nelson, the only knock he has is a Minnesota Vikings fan. I digress. Stockton also, Divide County coming off of a nice win against Trenton, the Tigers. Away game, they were down. Stockton Nelson comes back and hits a nice little jumper from the free throw line. Got the win at the buzzer. But we are going to take a short break. You've been listening to our Border Plains Equipment pregame show. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provides speech therapy in our clinics, as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit nwtherapyservices.com or call 701-568-8255.
While being the largest leaseholder in the Bakken, Continental Resources believes that we are among the most efficient and cost-effective producers of oil and natural gas on the planet. One of the most effective ways of putting action behind our values is by giving to those communities in which we operate. American Energy is a huge contributor of tax revenue to local, state, and federal governments, an economic catalyst, and a job creator. If you want to work in an environment that encourages teamwork and putting your ideas into action, visit CLR.com to start your new career today.
Welcome to our Continental Resources Coaches Comments. I got with me Coach Johnson. Coach, we're just talking a little bit off air about your feeling about this year's squad. Tell me a little bit more about this year and how you've been doing.
Yeah, I've been pretty pleased with our bunch of guys this season. Last year was really a rough year for us, and we've seen a lot of growth this summer and then into the early season games. It started a little bit rough, and we kind of found a little bit of a groove. 2-2 in the district now, so we're feeling okay. Not too bad at all. Guys have been stepping up. We're a little banged up right now, but especially a guy, Weston Peterson, player to watch tonight. I think he's going to be a big factor for us tonight.
Well, another player to watch is Stockton Nelson. Saw that viral clip of the Trenton versus Divide County game where Stockton made the game winner. Let's go back to that Trenton game because I thought it was very interesting, very back and forth. What were you saying to the guys before Stockton hit that game winner and take us in the huddle?
Well, I was kind of shocked that we were even in that situation. We blew a 13-point lead, but we called timeout. We got ball across half court, and that's where we wanted it. Drew up a sideline play. We wanted to get Stockton in a ball screen with one of our bigs. He came off it. Weren't sure if he was going to be able to kick it or get to the rim. Ended up pulling up just inside the free throw line, knocked it down, and we end up going home victorious. That was awesome.
What can we expect tonight, which is a very big rivalry-esque, big district game for both teams? What can we expect from the boys from Divide County tonight?
Hopefully get off to a hot start. We're going to put a lot of pressure on these guys, try to turn them over, play our game in transition, and really hopefully jump on them right away. We got to limit Johnson. We know he's a force inside. He's going to be a load to handle. It's going to be a whole team effort to try and slow him down. So.
You've been listening to Coach Zach Johnson for the Divide County Maroons on our Continental Resources Coach's comments. We'll take a break, and then we'll hear from Pat Alberts, the head coach for the Pirates.
At Tioga Ace Hardware, our store is a member of the largest retailer-owned hardware cooperative in the industry. We are all committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. As the helpful hardware folks in your community, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Shop the biggest brands all under one roof at 119 North Main Street in Tioga, or shop online at acehardware.com. Go.
Welcome back to our Continental Resources Coach's comments. I got with me the legend, Pat Alberts. How are we doing tonight, Pat?
I'm doing great, Dallas.
It's good to see you too. Okay, we were just talking about Brennan Johnson, arguably one of the best players to ever come in the Pirate program. What can you tell us about Brennan, though? How is he off the court and how is he in practice?
You know, Brennan's kind of a soft-spoken guy. I mean, I know he gets pretty animated on the floor, but he's a pretty soft-spoken kid. But he kind of leads through that kind of inner quietness. Off the court, he's a great athlete, other sports. Pretty good leader. I mean, he kind of leads by example, especially out here. Like, hey, he's doing a lot of the dirty work, rebound, points, defense, you name it. Honestly, feel really lucky to coach a kid like that.
Okay, so this season, a lot of ups and downs a little bit. Right now it seems like you guys are starting to peak at the right time. Take us back and take us into like what you've been thinking about as a head coach for this Pirates program so far this season.
Yeah, I mean, we lost a couple pretty key seniors last year, so I didn't know, what to expect coming into this year, and the expectations were a little, undecided. But honestly, these guys have played, I think, as well as I could have imagined. Maybe one game this year against Glenburn I wish we could have back. Otherwise, I mean, we've won the games we're supposed to win. We've been in a bunch of other ones, and that's really cool because I think we got a real shot to hit the region tournament this year.
I like it. I like the attitude. Okay, that brings us to tonight. Big district game. This is a rivalry, even when me and you were coaching against each other. But what can we expect from the Tioga boys tonight?
Well, I mean, we came in here Tuesday and kind of got punched in the mouth in the second quarter against Powers Lake, and that's kind of been the message, like, hey, maybe we can do the punching tonight, right? They're down a kid here. Bowling kid's not playing for Divide County, which kind of is unfortunate for them, but let's take advantage of it. Let's roll on them early, and we're not going to pile off. So let's have some fun tonight.
Appreciate the time, Pat. Thank you. We've been listening to Pat Alberts on our Continental Resources Coach's comments.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
Brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
Kyle Hansen is proud to be a Thrivent financial professional, providing personalized financial guidance to people of all stages of life. Thrivent believes humanity thrives when individuals make the most of what they've been given, and Kyle is here to help you do just that. Larson Boston Agency, your Farmers Union insurance agents located at 106 Main Street North in Crosby, North Dakota, offer multiple lines of insurance, including crop, farm and ranch, home, auto, commercial, and health insurance. Give Chell or Robbie a call today at 701-965-6335. Tioga Medical Center has been providing quality health care to Northwest North Dakota patients. With a newly built clinic in Tioga, where primary care providers along with visiting specialists are caring for patients every day. Primary care clinics in Ray and Powers Lake also. Call for an appointment today at 701-664-3368. Tioga Medical Center. Great staff making a difference in the lives of patients every day.
At Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, your local Case IH dealer, our vision is to be the respected and recognized leader in agricultural equipment and the employer of choice by helping people succeed. Our mission is to serve agricultural customers and communities by partnering to meet their needs through the sales and support of farm equipment and technology. Visit plainsag.com to check local inventory or stop by at 8141 off Highway 2 in Stanley, your local Case IH dealer.
doubleheader. So we'll get the Ray girls versus Divide County girls, and then we'll have the Divide County boys playing the Ray J boys. And it's a very intriguing matchup because the first one tomorrow night, Divide versus Ray, you've got two girls teams. They have talent, very evenly matched. And then our second one, the Ray J boys, who we watched online actually play the Glen Ellen Hebron team that ranks 5th in state. They almost beat them, went into overtime. So the Ray J boys, very talented team. So David, I mean, how fun is tomorrow night going to be? And I'm going to try not to drink too many Diet Cokes before the broadcast because I already get excited when I get to watch the Jays from Ray. But what are your thoughts as we go into tomorrow's doubleheader for the Ray J boys versus Divide County boys?
I'm going to go first game number 1. That girls game is going to be a very, very, very competitive game. A huge game between the two teams. As the Ray Jays probably looking as the underdog, I would say. Divide County Maroons girls basketball led by Ken Harding is off to a very good season. They got one put to them just the other night against Tioga, but a lot of teams get it put to them against Tioga. Yeah. They got something special. They got a lot of young underclassmen girls between Forcher, the Wehrman sisters, Smithburg, Carabello girls. I mean, Harper, Lindsay, like they're all young, they're big, they're talented, and they're all real led by that 8th grade Journey Wehrman. And then you look on the other side of it, the girls for Ray, they got Brooklyn Edwards and crew. Don't have my roster with me, but straight memory there. But a lot of good talent for the Ray girls basketball team also looking to put a W on. Then you get into the boys action. The Ray boys, we've seen them a couple different times here this season thus far, and they are all that is advertised. They're a very good team. They don't go very deep. They go about 5, maybe 6 players deep on the team, but they're such smart basketball players. They get into foul trouble. They start backing off a little bit, and they're led by Blake Bergstrom, the killer bees, Bergstrom, Becker, Barman, Brody, and then the one-off Grady Parizek, who does literally everything for the team. He's such a valuable asset to the Jays. It's going to be a bomb game tomorrow.
It's going to be a fun one at Barry Hagen Court tomorrow night. Make sure you join us here on Game Day Media for the doubleheader. But, hey, David, here's a stat that I just came across that you gave me that I want to mention to our group watching at home. Brennan Johnson, who both coaches talked about, he's the biggest guy in the gym right now, but he set the all-time scoring record, which was previously held by a gentleman by Aaron Lucht in 1995. He had 1,237 points. Now Brennan, listen to this. Brennan's got 1,270 and counting. So the kid can shoot the basketball and obviously score it. He can shoot the rock. He rebounds. He had 29 rebounds last Friday night against Surrey, which was, I mean, after the game I went over and talked to Pat. I'm like, what do you have, like 30 boards, you think? And the stat came back as 29. I'm like, my goodness, he is a load as we can see him coming out here from the break, but he's a load. He's having a great season, and I think Stockton, Dean Crocious, those two type players are going to have their hands full going at him. But I see Stockton probably not being guarded by Brennan, and that's where you're probably going to see a little bit of mismatch. I think maybe Jaron Ron might match him, and I would probably lean in the way of the veteran Stockton Nelson over Jaron Ron's defense at that. But it's going to be a battle down low for sure. It's two very evenly matched teams, and I think it's going to be probably a 10-point game one way or the other, I think. Brennan also set the single game scoring record of 41 points in the game there on December 30th against Berthold. Last couple games for the Tioga Pirates, January 18th, they beat Drake 67-49, and then they got beat by Powers Lake Burke Central. Divide County, last couple games, they got the big win at the buzzer against the Trenton Tigers, 63-61. And then they lost a close one to the Trinity Christian Crusaders out of Williston, North Dakota, 61-65. So talking to both coaches right now, it seems like they both are a little nervous. This is a big district game, David. This is a big time when they go into seeding at the end of the year. Even when I was coaching and you were coaching, I circled this one. At the end of the year, you hope your team has a little bit of a rhythm. You hope they have a little bit of identity, but you also hope you get the most out of everybody. And it seems like, honestly, both coaches very intense. They know what's at stake. Yeah. You know, we look at our thing. It's 2-2 in the district for the Maroons and 0-1. Very heavy non-district schedule for the Pirates early and very balanced for the Maroons. That Trenton win that Stockton got for them was a huge win in the district seedings. And, you know, the other thing that Divide County Maroons are putting a lot of miles on that bus of theirs. They are all over the place playing everybody until tomorrow. They haven't played in Crosby, I think, since like January 10th or something like that. So it's got to be a good feeling for them going home and playing on their home court in front of their home fans tomorrow as well. Well, we got 2 minutes till tip-off, so don't go anywhere, folks. Get settled in, grab a nice drink, grab some popcorn, because we got a fun one upcoming here on Game Day Media.
At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968. Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit sourisvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come.
We are at the place the locals call the Ship here at Tioga, North Dakota on Game Day Media. My name is Dallas Hanson, joined along courtside with David Peterson. Thank you for choosing Game Day Media wherever, however. Right now we're going to pay tribute to the greatest country in the world as the United States of America by listening to the Star Spangled Banner, which will be, who's singing it tonight? It's going to be Caitlin Mora, a 7th grader. Looking forward to this. She's wearing a 49ers jersey, though. I don't know about that, but we're going to listen to Miss Mora.
Zoom in on your own.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly screaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursted in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wow. Phenomenal job by the 7th grader. That's right, 7th grader. Excellent job. That's one of the best ones we've heard, but it is time to get down to
Great job, Caitlin.
That was Caitlin Mora. We're going to give it to our head announce speaker right now for starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tioga High School, where we welcome our visitors on the scoreboard, the Divide County Maroons, taking on your home team, the Tioga Pirates. Starting lineup first for the Maroons. Starting at a guard, a 5'10 sophomore wearing number 3, Weston Peterson. Starting at a forward, a 5'11 senior wearing number 11, Hunter Nelson. Starting at forward, a 6'1 junior wearing number 14, Stockton Nelson. Starting at forward, a 6'2 senior wearing number 30, Dean Carashis. Starting at a guard, a 5'10 junior wearing number 33, Brady Brown. The Maroons are coached by Zach Johnson. And now for the home team on the scoreboard, your Tioga Pirates. Starting at a forward, a 6'7 senior wearing number 30, Brennan Johnson. Starting at a guard, a 5'11 junior wearing number 2, Rylan Hollingshead. Starting at a guard, a 5'9 junior wearing number 3, Gunnar Moberg. Starting at a forward, a 6-foot freshman wearing number 5, Jaron Ron. Starting at a guard, a 5'8 8th grader wearing number 23, Cooper Hayes. Pirates are coached.
That concludes our country store lineup. If they don't have it, you don't need it. Make sure you visit countrystore.doitbest.com. Again, they're going to Divide County going with Weston Peterson, a sophomore, Hunter Nelson, a senior, Stockton Nelson, a junior, Dean Crosh, a senior, Brady Brown. And then for the Pirates, Hollingshead, Moberg, Ron, Hayes, Johnson, and we are off. Tioga Brennan Johnson tips it back.
Hey, our mics are on.
Mics are on. We're ready to roll, David. Let's get it on. A little confusing here, and it's going to be over back. Turnover number 1 on Tioga, and we're not even 10 seconds in the basketball game. Not the way Coach Alberts wants to start off, as it's going to be a turnover, and that was just a little miscommunication there.
Yeah, I think he just got caught where he was at, picked up his dribble, maybe didn't realize he was that close to half court.
Divide County now with a chance to take the early lead in this basketball game. Thank you for choosing Game Day Media. Stockton Nelson now on the right wing. Down low, tries to get it to Krosh, is picked off. Heading the other way by Brennan Johnson. Johnson on the right wing. Up top, Tioga looking to take their time here a little bit. 7:30 and counting. Back to Johnson, left wing. Puts up the deep tray. And bingo was his name. Brennan gets it going early.
Nice outside shot. Brennan is stroking it from the outside, shooting about 30-some% from the field. Dean Krosh is a big player for the Divide County Maroons as well. A little long.
Weston, nice pass down low to Krosh, but like David alluded to, way too long, as it's going to be Pirates heading the other way. The 8th grader, the youngster, Cooper Hayes, his sister Cheryl, one of the best players in the state right now for the Tioga Pirates.
The well-rested Tioga Pirates. They don't have a game till Saturday against Mohall, Lansford, Sherwood.
Ron puts up the tray, no good. Rebound goes to Peterson. Weston, that is. Over to Krosh now on the left wing. Krosh is back to Nelson, top of the key. Stockton, who we mentioned earlier, hit the game winner against the Tigers from Trenton. Nelson trying to go to work. He'll go baseline, puts up the runner. Good. Stockton Nelson.
That's what I kind of predicted early in our pregame show, is that matchup between Stockton and Jaron. The physicality from Stockton is just too much maybe for Jaron Ron. He's going to have to maybe call for help, but he's got to keep him in front of him.
Divide County going with man-to-man as it's Krosh's guarding Johnson. That's a deep one by Ron. No good. Rebound goes to Krosh's and the Maroons. 6:24. We got a 1-point game. David Ben, a good one. Peterson, he's going to go with a quickster. Down low, back to Stockton. Stockton guarded very closely by Ron. Gets it over to Brady Brown. Brady the lefty. Back to Peterson, top of the key. Weston, who improved his game very much so on this summer. A lot of work put in the driveway. Nelson, he's going to drive. He's got an opening blocked by Johnson. Nice job there by Brennan to get his hands up.
Yeah, as we take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay, just kind of isolation, one-on-one, and the help from the big man is what I just said, is he's going to rely on help. But good defense, good help from Brennan.
Hunter Nelson puts up a tray. Nice shot from Hunter Nelson, and a great out-of-bounds play by head coach Zach Johnson.
Yeah, you like getting points out of bounds plays just to set the tone a little bit.
Here's the setting the tone defensively. Divide County, they try to get it down low to Brennan, but it's tipped out of bounds. Nice play by Krosh's, but look at the half-court trap Divide County did.
Yeah, very nice-looking half-court trap. I like the aggressiveness from Zach Johnson. I think he's going to take some gambles here tonight.
5-3 right now on your NCC scoreboard. They get it down low to Johnson. Gets a nice pass by Johnson over to Moberg. Moberg can't finish. Back to Johnson, top of the key. Don't leave him open. They do, and it's way long, and that's been interesting to see, David, and maybe you can tell me a little bit more, but it seems like Johnson's starting to float out where maybe Alberts wants him to go down low on the block.
It's something that we've battled for the last 7 years with Brennan, is he loves stroking it from the outside. He proves that he can stroke it from the outside, but just his sheer presence alone is, you want that big man down on the block.
Brady Brown with the baseline runner, no good. Rebound Johnson, the Pirates. Heading the other way, the youngster, 8th grader, Cooper Hayes. Hayes back to Johnson, pump fake there. Johnson's going to go around him. Ooh, puts up almost got it to go. Divide County's got numbers, heading quickly the other way. Stockton Nelson's going to go up with the right hand on left-hand side, and it's good. Stockton's already off to 4-point game, and we picked off quickly. Weston Peterson. Got Nelson wide open, missed him. Weston puts up the shot. Stockton almost gets it to fall. Somehow gets his own rebound, and we're going to have a very physical play. We said this was a rivalry, David, and here we go.
Yeah, this is a good physicality rival. As
Peterson lost a contact. So Zach Johnson's going to need a sub for Weston. He's going to bring in Traven Head. Head's going to come in the basketball game. Traven is a freshman.
Big thanks to our Tioga Pirates Athletic Booster Club here in Tioga, North Dakota, helping us provide this coverage. We'd also like to welcome in our listeners from Anthem 90 KTGO in Fargo, North Dakota, picking up our audio feed.
It's always a good feeling to be on the radio.
Yeah.
Nelson goes up. Oh, and they're going to call it on the ground. Our referees tonight, Monty Lund, Shiloh Shumway, and Nate Allen. Nate Allen with the call. It's going to be the first team foul for Tioga. Foul will go against Ron. Ron's first personal. So Divide County under their own hoop.
The college crew.
College crew.
Guys do a lot of Tetons work. Very good officials we have around here.
Hunter Nelson, he already hit a three. Drives baseline out to Brown. Corner three, the tricky lefty. Too long there, though. Rebound goes to Hayes. It seems like, David, Divide County settling right into this basketball game. Coach Johnson's got to be proud of the boys so far.
Yeah, and this is that man-to-man defense that we talked about pregame. You know, is this something that the Maroons can hang with? As nice over-the-top pass right down into Brendan Johnson. But we did talk about that mismatch. You know, is Divide going to be happy with playing that man-to-man, or do we need to go with the zone and switch it up a little bit to help on Johnson?
Johnson's got all 5 of Tioga's points so far, 7-5 Divide County, and that'll be turnover number 1 on the Maroons as Nelson stepped out of bounds. But on that last possession, David, you talked about a little bit there, but they were able to kind of give a raindrop pass, if you will, to Johnson, and I can see them doing it quite a bit. Looks like Divide County's starting to front him. Good fast break, though, down low to Moberg, and he scores. Great transition offense.
Yeah, Coach Alberts has got to be real happy with that. Ball went 4 passes without even hitting the floor, breaking their press.
7-7 right now, tie ball game on the NCC scoreboard. Nelson, he's going to deal from the top. Nelson brings it down low back to Hunter. Hunter guarded very closely. Nice defense from Hollingshead of the Pirates. Hunter picks up his dribble. Stockton, I don't know how he caught that one. He's going to go up, throws it away. Traven Head, though, picks it up. Traven, the baseline was wide open. Open your eyes, but he's going to get a foul. Foul will be called on Cooper Hayes, his first personal, second team foul for the Pirates. Divide County still 0 team fouls in this young basketball game.
Where is time going? I feel like Stockton Nelson was just an 8th grader.
I know. You're telling me.
That was your second year in Divide? First year in Divide?
First year, yeah. First year we brought him up.
Very talented. I mean, just surrounded by athletes. Just a great way to start his high school career.
Stockton takes a mid-range jumper. Ooh, in and out, no good. Johnson now with the rebound. Thought about throwing it deep. Instead, he'll bring it down past the big Pirate here at the center court line at Tioga. Down low to Johnson. Eat. It's going to have a foul. Foul will go against Stockton Nelson. His first personal, first team foul for Divide County.
Again, what we talked about, you know, going man-to-man, the ball's got to go down to the big man, and Stockton Nelson got a little bit grabby, reaching in there over the top of Brennan's big forearm.
Taking out will be Ron for the Pirates. Gets it over to Hayes. Hayes on the left wing. Thought about throwing it down low to Ron, but he's going to take it himself. Uses every pivot fake he could have. Back over to Johnson. Johnson now on the right wing. He's going to drive against Dean Croshes. Nice pass down low to Ron. It goes up. No good. Almost gets his own board. Johnson will, and he'll go up and one basketball. Brendan Johnson gets the and one.
A big RTC Networks instant replay. I mean, that's Brendan gets about 17 of these a night, up and in. And when you're 6'7", you stand and you're just right there, and it's an easy conversion for Brendan.
Foul will go against number 33. That is Brady Brown. Brady is a junior from Divide County. Second team foul. Make it 9-7 still. Oh, nice rebound there. We're going to have another foul, but Gunnar Moberg with the hustle points getting the offensive board. Now he'll head to the charity stripe for 2.
That's got to drive any coach nuts. I don't care who you are. Getting those offensive rebounds from a free throw like that, I know that Coach Alberts, he gets fired up with that.
Foul will go against Dean Croshes. Third team foul for Divide County. First personal foul for Dean. First one's up and bounces around. Oh, my heavens. How did that go in? Gunnar Moberg must have did a little voodoo charm on that rim before the ball game. He gets it to fall.
Wanted to touch every square inch, and it just about did.
Moberg's second attempt. No dice that time. 10-7 right now, favored by the Pirates. Nelson, the leader of this Divide County team, brings it down. Oh, he's going to have wide open lane heading the other way. Nelson, and one for Stockton.
So we take another look at this. Again, Stockton Nelson just kind of abusing. Little hesitation and up for the hoop and the harm. Nice play from Stockton.
Foul will go against number 30. That is Brendan Johnson, his first personal as well in this young ball game. 2:51 left in the first quarter. My name is Dallas Hansen, joined alongside David Peterson. Thank you for joining us. Stockton can't make the three-point play happen, so it is still a 1-point lead for the Pirates. Moberg back over to Ron. They're leaving him wide open, David.
Yeah, Stockton's not too concerned. The ability of Stockton's able to close out on that real quick if he has to.
Stockton now comes over to help Johnson. Johnson goes the opposite way, and he scores, and it's easy so far for Brendan Johnson.
Yeah, Croshes is going to have to ask for help, maybe double down, get your points to double down, or your point guards, I guess, to double down.
Stockton now, top of the key, deals. Hands off to Hunter Nelson. Nelson very quick, back to Brown. Divide County passing the basketball very well tonight. And make the Tony Roma jinx live on as Stockton Nelson throws out of bounds, but it's tipped by a Pirate. So it's Divide County will get the basketball under their own hoop. David, I'll bet you a Diet Coke. This is a corner 3.
Sure.
We'll see.
I owe you one anyway.
Oh, nice out of bounds play here by Zach Johnson. Oh, he didn't shoot the 3, but still Nelson gets it in bounds. 2:08 and counting. Divide County needs a good possession. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Nelson on the left wing. Looking to take Ron one-on-one. Mano-y-mano. Nelson, nice pass down low to Croshes. Croshes goes up. Oh, he can't make the gimme happen. 12-9, Tioga with the basketball. Hayes heading the other way. Very good ball handler for an 8th grader. Oh, nice pump fake by Hayes. Up and good. My heavens.
Yeah, what a pump fake. He plays at about a junior mentality. He's such a talented player. Nice looking 8th grader for Pirates. Just got to stretch out a little bit, get the height here a little bit.
Divide County in trouble here, and that's going to be a foul here. Foul on Hunter Nelson as he did the wraparound move. That is a foul. So foul will go against Hunter. Picks up his first personal foul. 4th team foul in Divide County. 1:35 left, David, and it's Tioga's got it going on offensively here as of late. Getting it to Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, he is the offense. That's the stats show that. But Stockton on the other side is getting so many eyes. The guys are open for them. He's just got to convert when they pass to him. They got to convert on their layups, just like Johnson's doing.
Johnson tries to deal, but that'll be the second turnover for the Pirates. Head now on the other way, left wing. Heads it to Stockton. Stockton, ooh, thought about pulling that one. Maybe should have. Said he gives a nice pass down to the crotches. Beautiful basketball from the Divide County Maroons.
Again, I just said that. He is getting so many eyes on him. He's able just to dump it down to the open man because he's drawing all the attention.
Nice play there from the Pirates to break the press. Moberg gets his own rebound, goes up, no good, tipped out of bounds. What's Nate Allen say? He says Pirate basketball. So with just under a minute here at the Ship, it's 14-11 Pirates on the NCC scoreboard.
I mean, Gunner didn't convert, but again, Stockton had influenced that ball from, not going in, the presence of him trying to get it out of there.
It's going to be Hayes, top of the key, guarded closely by Nelson. Hayes, he's going to drive, puts up a runner off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Ron. Nice board from the Pirates. Johnson now in the corner. Divide County staying in that man-to-man defense. Hollingshead, he's going to drive on the baseline. Puts up a shot, no good. Stockton gets the board. We've got about a 3-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Divide County down by 3. Looking to get the last basket or last shot attempt here. Make that no. Weston Peterson from deep off the front, no good. Rebound goes to the Pirates, and that's Hollingshead.
Hollingshead is one of those players who's so quick off the dribble. Don't give him a whole lot of space because he'll go right past you, but he's just got to convert them.
It's going to be over to the Pirates on the right wing. 10 seconds. Shot clock is off for Divide County. Might have got it with the travel there. Hayes, he's going to put up an elbow shot. Nice shot from the 8th grader. Makes Divide County pay. 3 seconds left. Hunter Nelson's going to put this one up. Good if it goes, but it won't. So your score on the NCC scoreboard after 1. The Tioga Pirates 16, Divide County Maroons 11. We'll be back after a 1-minute break.
This Game Day media broadcast is brought to you in part by
At DA Land LLC, our vision is to provide for the community in which we live and operate, providing a full line of skid steer attachments, farm and ranch, equine equipment, and much more. Shop our store in Tioga, North Dakota, or visit us online at daland-llc.com.
Otheon Boutique carries a wide variety of women's clothing as well as permanent jewelry. Shop in downtown Tioga or visit their website at shopotheon.com.
Tioga's the place, basketball's the game. Game Day Media is where you watch it. Divide County coming up with some great transition basketball. We haven't really seen that from them this year, but so far, David, it's been Brennan Johnson, the big man for the Pirates, 9 points already in the first quarter. Your thoughts on Brennan?
That's what he does. I mean, he scores a basketball. He's averaging 25, 30 points per game, so he's doing everything that he should be doing in the quarter.
The Tioga Pirates came into this basketball game 5-5 overall record. Divide County came in at 4-6, so both teams trying to get a little bit more above 500. Ron left wide open. They're going to double down on Johnson. Johnson way to hit to Ron, though, but it's going to go on the court. Stockton Nelson, what a fantastic defensive play. Weston now quickly. He'll turn it right back over, though. Heads up play by Ryland Hollingshead. Hollingshead going to go up against Stockton, and it goes great up and in. Ryland Hollingshead.
That's what Ryland can do. His quickness and his speed and his ability to slash and get by you to the rim.
Nelson, he's going to drive. Kicks back out to Hunter. Hunter hit a 3 already. Make it 2. Hunter Nelson. Nice shooting from him early on. 6 points for Nelson. 7:20 left in the first half. 18-14. Divide County trails on the NCC scoreboard. Johnson, top they go to Ron. Ron left wide open. He's going to put up the shot. Oh, that was an interesting one, but it's going to be a block foul. As Shiloh Shumway saw some hip check there from Stockton Nelson, I believe, and that'll send Ron to the charity stripe for 2. Ron, who is a 6-foot freshman. Tioga, a little bit of the best of both worlds. They got 2 juniors that start, a freshman and an 8th grader, and then the big man who is a senior, Brennan Johnson. Divide County, same. They've got some youth as well. Nelson, who is a senior, Weston Peterson, a sophomore. Stockton Nelson, just a junior. Dean Crocious, a senior, and Brady Brown, a junior. It'll be Ron's second attempt from the charity stripe. Can he make it count? He will. So Ron with his first points of the basketball game to make it 19-14. David, what does Divide County have to do to get a much-needed bucket?
Stockton's got to go to work.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing everything.
Well, look
for
at
them.
Johnson. Johnson's not guarding Crocious also.
Yeah, it's kind of I'm gonna let Crocious shoot from the outside if I'm Brendan. Same thing for Stockton. I'm gonna let Jaron Ron shoot from the outside until you can beat us.
The Pirate fans coming alive here tonight, doing the dribble, shot, pass. We're gonna have a foul though. Foul will be on the floor. Let's see who they got that going. That'll be against number 2, Rylan Hollingshead, his first personal foul. First team foul for the Pirates.
You're talking about the age of all these kids. How about the state of our district?
Yeah.
The state of the union, state of the district. There's so many good young players that are around the area. I think District 5, Region 3 is going to be a good district for a long time to come.
Nice strip there by Cooper Hayes for another Divide County turnover. Hayes now deals. Back up top to Ron. Ron over to Hollingshead. Hollingshead says, I'm going to drive. I can do it. He accidentally turns it over there. Another turnover for the Pirates is heading the other way. Weston Peterson, nice pass down low to Nelson. Nelson does a little pump fake block, though. No, they're going to call it a foul. Foul will go against Cooper Hayes, but great transition offense there from the Maroons.
Yeah, I like to get out and run. Coach Zach was talking earlier. We want to get up and down the floor. We want to transition, get these guys uncomfortable. Very short bench for the Tioga Pirates, maybe a little bit deeper bench for the Maroons. So
Hunter Nelson goes to the charity stripe. He connects. Hunter having a nice night shooting the basketball. 7 points already for Hunter Nelson, the 5'11 senior. 19-15 right now on your NCC scoreboard. Nelson's second one is up and good. So Nelson doing a great job, all he can, and I've been a nice addition here with the Stockton Nelson heavily shooted offense. And Hayes, look at the press here from Divide County. Look at Weston Peterson get after it. Hayes is in trouble. It's going to go out of bounds on Divide County, but what a great effort here from the boys in maroon.
I'm fine with that hustle play. I'm diving out of bounds for those loose balls. That's what gets you extra possessions. In a 3-point game right now, that extra possession could be big towards the end of the game.
Out of bounds, the Pirates get in here to Johnson. Johnson, he's going to be fouled by Stockton. That's going to be a big, big foul. Nelson just picked up his 3rd foul, David. That is no dice for Maroon fans sitting back in Crosby wondering, oh no, what are we going to do now? But it's going to be a nice way. And checking into the basketball game, Cooper Nelson, we watched the JV game. He played very well. He's just a freshman. Cooper, who is brothers with senior Hunter, the Nelson boys out there. Johnson, who's wide open, will go against Brady Brown. Johnson up and good.
That's exactly what the Pirates need to do now that Stockton is out. They want to go at whoever's guarding Brennan, make them get Crocious maybe into a little bit of foul trouble.
Nelson to Nelson, the youngster, gives it back over to Crocious. Crocious on the baseline. That's all air. Somebody opened up a window here in Tioga because it caught it right there. Heading the other way now. Hollingshead for the Pirates. He's going to go on the right wing. Back up top to the 8th grader that is Hayes. Coach Pat Alberts calling out a set play. Trying to work it in, checking also into the game for Tioga was Weston Lallum. The Lallum name very rich here in Tioga land. Nice play down low, though. Great set there from Coach Alberts as Rylan Hollingshead was able to score. But talk a little bit about the Lallum name. Tyler, Uncle Tyler, really good Gatorade Player of the Year here for football. Also a great basketball player. And then his dad, Jace, a great player. And that's going to be an and one. Hunter Nelson stepping up for Divide County.
And those boys, you talked battle earlier, the amount of
boys.
Basketball that they've had back and forth between Tioga and Divide. Those back in those days, I think you were involved in that. Justin Haugland, you're prepping everything for your DC Classic and just seems like a week from now, which will be here in no time.
I know.
But the basketball between Tioga and Divide County has always been there.
There were fans fighting by the water fountain one time. It was the best, David. It's the way it should be. Nelson cannot connect from the charity stripe.
Meet me by the garbage can, huh?
Checking in for Divide County. That's going to be another young player. that goes by the name of Wyatt Locken, who stands very tall. Ooh, Hunter just went flying by. It's going to be Hayes for 3. No good. Rebound goes to Weston Peterson. Weston battling out there. 23-18. Divide County trails on the NCC scoreboard. Peterson back over to Hunter, who's had the hot end. Takes a dribble, puts up a tray. No good. Rebound. Brady Brown gets it, but it's going to be saved. Nice hustle there from Brady to get over to Cooper. Cooper back to his brother Hunter. Over to Peterson, top of the key. Hunter sets a screen. Peterson pulls the tray. Oh, how did that go in and out?
In and out. What a tough bounce.
Tioga's got numbers now. Wide open. It's going to be Moberg. Moberg goes up. Oh, he missed the gimme, David. He gets his own board, though.
That is one that just drives, like, how does that happen? I mean, it's a lot easier sitting up here and doing that, but.
Lallam gets the long miss, and he's going to be off a Divide County kneecap, so it'll be Tioga Pirate basketball under their own hoop. 23-18. Right now, Pirates up. But the big stat of the game so far, Dave, is 3 fouls on Stockton Nelson for Divide County.
That's a big one. He's sitting probably until the third quarter. I'm not gambling putting him back in because I'm going to need him more at the end versus right now.
Johnson, who's triple teamed, out to Lallam. Lallam for 3. Off the back are no good. How about Moberg? Up and good. And Moberg, Gunner, he's got a lot of offensive rebounds.
Gunner coming in big time. 2-3 offensive rebounds. One right here with the putback. A little bit of redemption for Gunner Moberg. Our NCC scoreboard, 25 to the Pirates, 18 to the Maroons. We'll be back after this quick timeout.
Looking for top quality groceries and ready to go meals? Visit The Depot, owned by Julie and Josh Bummer in Crosby, North Dakota. This specialty grocery store offers a wide selection of premium meats, including 100% ranch-sourced beef from the Nelson Livestock Company, essential grocery items, and delicious pre-made meals perfect for any occasion. If you're planning family dinner, need something fast, or need a special order for an upcoming event, The Depot has you covered. Support local and shop The Depot in Crosby today. Find us on Facebook at The Depot LLC.
Welcome back to Game Day Media. My name is Dallas Hansen, joined along courtside with David Peterson. Hey, folks, make sure you go and check out the Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, the Powers Lake boys and girls basketball. Really appreciate them coming along board to help tonight possible, along with Faith Baptist Church there in Kenmare, North Dakota. So appreciate both those sponsors making tonight possible. And hey, make sure you subscribe to Game Day Media. Hit that like button, share with friends and family. Leave us a live comment tonight. We take both positive and negative. It's all good up here.
I guess we're taking all of them. But the point of the comments is I want a little interaction with the crowd here. You guys are watching from at home. There is some stipulations to how it works. You have to be a subscriber to the channel for at least 30 minutes, I believe. Subscribe to our channel. Give us some feedback of who you think our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game is.
They're doubling Johnson, but it don't matter. He's going to go up for 2, 27-18. This lead is starting to slip away from Divide County.
And maybe if you don't like what we're hearing or what we're saying, flip it over and listen to Radio Randy and Noah Fredrickson over on our Game Day Media channel number 2 between the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers and the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers live from Al Sherbinsky Court.
It's like Christmas Eve here on Game Day Media. We get to watch Divide County and Ray tomorrow. I get to watch my favorite player, that's Journey Werman, so really excited for that. But Johnson, the double ain't working. Johnson, he's going to pump fake, go up, and again scores. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar could be out there tonight. I don't know if he can be stopped. 15 points for Johnson already.
Frustration from Alberts is telling his kids, like, nobody's guarding you. Go to the basket.
Yeah, Pat's getting upset. I see why. Nelson. Back to his brother Hunter. Hunter, corner 3. Divide County needs a shot bad. It won't come there. Johnson, full-length pass up to who other than Gunnar Moberg. Moberg up and good.
And Brennan Johnson, as we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay, Brennan Johnson, the lefty pitcher for the Tioga Pirates baseball team, going one end to the other to Gunnar Moberg for 2. We'll be back. This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Lindsay Grocery is a locally owned and operated business in Crosby, North Dakota. We are committed to serving our community and region. With fresh baked goods, produce, and our in-house smoked meats, we've got you covered. Come experience the convenience and warmth of shopping local again. Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, located at 106 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit tiogadrug.com.
Looking for top quality groceries and ready to go meals? Visit The Depot, owned by Julie and Josh Bummer in Crosby, North Dakota. This specialty grocery store offers a wide selection of premium meats, including 100% ranch-sourced beef from the Nelson Livestock Company, essential grocery items, and delicious pre-made meals perfect for any occasion. If you're planning family dinner, need something fast, or need a special order for an upcoming event, The Depot has you covered. Support local and shop The Depot in Crosby today. Find us on Facebook at The Depot LLC.
Go.
Welcome back to Tioga High School. Divide County with the basketball. Crashes over to Hunter Nelson. Hunter, he's going to put up a mid-range jumper. Looks good from here. It'll bounce in and out, though. We're going to have a foul against Divide County.
I like the shot. I like the shot attempt. It's a good 15-foot jump shot. It's going to go. It's going to fall. The law of physics, it's going to fall. You keep shooting.
Cooper Nelson picks up the foul. The 5'7" freshman getting some varsity time. Very good to see. Hunter and Cooper brothers.
Probably see that battle for a long time between Nelson and Hayes.
Oh, yeah, big time. Johnson goes back to work and one again. Johnson making him pay.
As we take a look at our RTC Network's instant replay, the big man you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him.
Johnson will head to the charity stripe for one more so far tonight. He's got 17 points. Going to go for 18 here. And he does. 18 points.
I was going to say maybe the one fault in his season thus far is his free throw shooting, as he proved me wrong right there. But Coach Alberts wants to see that number get a little bit higher.
Weston drives down, no good. Brady Brown battles for it. He'll be picked up by Cooper Hayes, heading quickly the other way. 2:15 and counting on your NCC scoreboard. Divide County needs a stop. Tioga starting to figure it out. Nice play by Cooper Nelson, the freshman. Kind of a volleyball spike there out of bounds.
Yeah, the Maroons need an answer. They need to find somebody. The ball's got to get into the bucket for these guys at some point.
Cooper Hayes takes it out for Tioga. Gets it back over to Lallam. Lallam right back to Hayes. Divide County again doubling down on Brennan Johnson. Lallam now on the right wing. Nice play again. Another volleyball set from Cooper Nelson. Hayes on the 8th grader against Brady Brown. Hayes, he's going to drive. Kicks out to Lallam. Lallam waiting. Johnson floats out to the three-point line. He's going to drive, puts on a spin move. Look at the move from Brennan Johnson.
Wow.
Up and good. Beautiful play.
Yeah, his footwork there is absolutely, something you just dream about. If little kids are watching at home, keep your pivot foot there, very valuable.
Weston Peterson quickly the other way. His first two of the basketball game. Weston, who spends a lot of time out in the driveway, right outside of Crosby, North Dakota. Drive by there quite a bit, and he's always out there shooting. A very great work ethic from Weston. It's going to be Ron. Drives in, kicks out to Lallam. Lallam, corner three. No good. The good-looking shot, though. Moberg picks up the offensive board, and Moberg been everywhere offensively.
That's four that I can remember. 3 for sure that he's had.
Johnson deals from the top of the key, goes up with left wing. Nice strip by Croshes. It'll go out of bounds, though, on Dean. It will be Pirate basketball out of bounds. But that's kind of the first stop that I feel like Divide County's had, and that was a good defensive effort.
Good defensive effort, and they transition. They got a bucket down on this end of the floor. They just need more stops here to be able to get back and forth with them.
Pirates deal under their own hoop. Over to Hayes. He puts up the tray. Bingo was his name-o. Cooper Hayes with 7 tonight.
Nice looking shot. I think he shoots it close to about 30% from the outside. So a lot of times it's going up for Cooper Hayes. A lot of times it's going in.
39-20 on your NCC scoreboard. Brady Brown down low to Croshes. Dean back over quickly to Weston. Weston goes up against the trees. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound Johnson and the Pirates. Back over to Cooper. Cooper just hit the big three. He's going to pull another one. Cooper, no good. Rebound, though. Go long one for Ron. Back up to Johnson. Pat Alberts calling out a set. Dean's going to try to get a count here on Johnson. Shiloh Shumway gets the count rolling. Johnson, he's going to get a backdoor. Nice play from Ron. He's going to go up and gets the friendly roll. Ron getting in the scoring column.
Nice backdoor cut. You know, if your guy leaves you, go towards the basket, and that's exactly what he did.
41-20. Divide County down by 21 in what was a great game. It's quickly getting away from the Maroons. Weston puts up the tray, and they needed that one. Weston for 3.
Huge answer going into the halftime here. See what Johnson can pull.
A big one from Brennan. No good, and that will bring us to half. On your NCC scoreboard, Divide County 41. Tioga Pirates 41, Divide County 23. We'll be back with our Bank of Tioga halftime show with some stats, comments, just some more information.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Dr. Cammie Wehrman has been serving the Crosby area with entire family chiropractic care for 20 years, specializing in back and neck pain, headaches, and sports injuries. We also carry a full line of Nutridyne supplements. To schedule an appointment today, call 701-965-3222.
Murex Petroleum Corporation.
A pioneer for today, creating opportunities for all involved. Extraordinary people, extraordinary assets. To start a great career, visit MurexPetroleum.com.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Brandy Larson Insurance of Stanley offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance. For a quote, call 701-628-1414. Your local Farmers Union insurance agent. Located in Tioga, North Dakota, Wham LLC and Dry Fork Supply are companies that specialize in gas flow measurement and equipment, along with a fully stocked oil-filled parts and supply warehouse in the Bakken. Give them a call at 701-664-9425 or stop by today.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by Tegan's Interiors, located on Main Street in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook or find them online at tegansinteriors.com.
Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, family owned and operated since 1986. Offering septic service, portable restrooms and hand wash, sewer jet and camera services. Located in Stanley, North Dakota, call for a free quote at 701-628-2960.
At Prairie Home Furnishings of Stanley, featuring some of the best brands in the industry, such as Ashley, Lazy Boy, and Shaw Flooring, we have something for every room in your home. From furniture to flooring, outdoor living, mattresses, and decor, we truly have everything your home deserves. Shop our everyday low prices locally in store Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturdays from 9 to 4, or shop online anytime at shopphf.com. For all things home, be sure to also follow us on Facebook.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Northern Charm Boutique has a variety of apparel for all ages. We are locally owned and located on Main Street in Powers Lake. Shop in store or check out our website and like our Facebook page.
Napa Tioga Parts Supply, located at 105 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit napaonline.com.
Welcome back to Game Day Media. My name is Dallas Hanson, joined alongside with Evan. Looking over at the Tioga Pirates, they've got some nice stats here as they are up 41-23 on your NCC scoreboard here at the Bank of Tioga halftime show. Rylan Hollingshead's got 4, Gunnar Moberg's got 7, Jaron Rand's got 3, Cooper Hayes has 7, the 8th grader, and then we're going to listen to Brennan Johnson, who's got 20. We got some instant replays here to play, and just Brennan Johnson, 20 points. The high school record, I believe, is 40, David?
41, but here's some highlights from Brennan Johnson in the first quarter.
From Cooper Nelson. Hayes on the 8th grader against Brady Brown. Hayes, he's going to drive, kicks out to Lallum. Waiting. Johnson floats out to the three-point line. He's going to drive, puts on a spin move. Look at the move from Brennan Johnson,
wow.
Up and good. Beautiful play.
Yeah, his footwork.
Heading the other way by Brennan Johnson. Johnson on the right wing, up top. Tioga looking to take their time here a little bit, 7:30 and counting. Back to Johnson, left wing, puts up the deep tray, and bingo was his name. Brennan gets it going early. Back up to Johnson. Pat Albert's calling out a set. Dean's going to try to get a count here on Johnson. Shiloh Shumway gets the count rolling. Johnson, he's going to get a backdoor. Nice play from Ron. He's going to go up and gets the friendly roll. Ron getting in the scoring column. Beautiful plays there from our Game Day Media team here, listening to the Bank of Tioga halftime show. Let's listen in here now as we get to watch
transition.
Cooper
They got a bucket down on this end of the floor.
Nice
they just
basket
need more
here.
stops here to be able to get back and forth with them.
Pirates deal under their own hoop. Over to Hayes. He puts up the tray. Bingo was his name-o. Cooper Hayes with 7 tonight.
Nice looking shot. I think he shoots it close to about 30.
Back up to, believe it or not, Cooper Hayes is just an 8th grader. And tomorrow night, be sure to join us here right on Game Day Media as we'll get to watch the Divide County girls face off against the Ray J girls. And then the boys take the floor. Divide County versus Ray is what promising to be a fun one. But so far, David, it's been a fun game. It started off very tightly contested, back and forth, back and forth. Divide County sensed to get some rhythm. They put on the press. You and I were just commenting how, wow, look at the pressure Divide County's putting on. And then Stockton Nelson picks up his third personal foul right at half-court line. And then it's like all the air got sucked out of the gym if you're a Divide County fan. And Tioga, to their credit, went on a great run led by Brennan Johnson. But how big is a foul like that, the third personal at half-court? And then now, what do you do? Because if he gets a foul early on in the second half, he's going to have to sit. And you need him in the basketball game. He's got to play just about every minute.
Yeah, he has to play this whole second half.
Yeah.
You're down 18 right now. It's before it gets out of hand, Zach probably sits here and goes, hey, dude, I'm going to need you for the next 16 straight minutes. I'm not going to be able to take you out. You get your fourth foul. You're coming to the bench, and you're probably not going to see a whole lot of action until midway of the fourth quarter. If it's out of hand, if it's out of hand, maybe you just keep him in. But, you know, you look at your scoring from Divide County, they really slowed down once Stockton went out. Everybody looks for Stockton to get into the scoring and make everything happen. When he was in, he was dishing off to guys left and right. And for rightful reason, he draws all the attention. Then on the Tioga Pirates side, the same thing's happening to Brennan. Brennan's drawing all the attention for rightful reason, looking to get doubled. And other kids, Rylan, Cooper, Gunner, the other 4 or 5 guys that are on the floor at one time with Brennan are benefiting from that.
Well, a guy that did step up there was Hunter Nelson. He's got 12 points, hit 2 big threes there, a couple and one plays as well. But Hunter doing the most he can. Weston Peterson, we saw him kind of come alive. He was held scoreless in the first quarter, had 5 in the second quarter. But I have got to talk about, you were counting them, but Gunnar Moberg for the Pirates and his offensive rebounding ability. He's got 7 points, but he's got to have 4 or 5 offensive rebounds already.
7 points from those offensive rebounds. And, you know, he probably could have maybe 7, 9, or 11 total points with some transition fast break layups that just didn't fall for him. But, yeah, having a good night for Gunnar. He's a consistent defensive pest. He's always in somebody's shorts all the time, so he's looking to have a good second half.
You've been listening to our Bank of Tioga halftime show. My name is Dallas Hanson. Thank you for choosing Game Day Media wherever, however. We got about 2 minutes till the second half kicks off. We're going to take a little break. We appreciate everybody joining us. Don't go away. Can Divide County mount the comeback, or will it be the Pirates, who've been looked impressive so far?
Welcome to the Western Education Regional Cooperative Center. We support 33 member school districts across Western North Dakota. Our commitment is to serve schools, teachers, and students. Our staff delivers impactful professional development for educators. We create opportunities for collaboration among districts. We help students engage with regional industries. Let's go to work. Call us at 701-741-3678 for more information.
Thank you for choosing Game Day Media. My name is Dallas Hanson. The referees making their way back onto the court. We are back, and you've been listening to our Bank of Tioga halftime show. Bank of Tioga with locations in Crosby, North Dakota, and Tioga, North Dakota. Make sure you check them out whenever you can. That's Bank of Tioga. David, we're about 30 seconds from tip-off. I want to hear your coach's comments. You personally, what are you going to do if you're Pat Alberts and the Pirates to stay in this lead?
I'm going to give it to Brennan and make somebody from Divide County stop him is what I'm going to do. Until you can stop him, then I'm going to start changing my mentality.
Well, Stockton Nelson playing with 3 fouls. He's going to start the deal early, loses the handle, though. It's going to be on the ground. It's going to be picked up by Brennan Johnson. Johnson gets the basketball back. Coach Zach Johnson not happy with the way Divide County came out of the locker room there. First turnover of the half. Be Cooper Hayes hit some big threes in the first half. He passes over to Hollingshead. Hollingshead guarded closely by Weston Peterson. Back down low to Johnson. He puts up the runner. No good. Nice rebound there by Stockton. Ooh, that was close, but it's going to be 4-on-5 for Divide County. Johnson, nice pass down low to Brady Brown. Excuse me, that was Stockton Nelson to Brady Brown. Beautiful basketball. Brown finds his first 2 of the basketball game. 7:12 left in counting our NCC scoreboard. Divide County down 41-25. Tioga, who looked very good in the second half. Hayes almost stepped on the basketball there, and we're going to have a kick. Yep, that was a good call there by Nate Allen. Heads up officiating there. Kicked ball I was kind of worried there for Cooper Hayes. Kind of stepped awkwardly on that basketball. I know if I would do that, I'd be out for about 2 weeks.
I think about doing it. I feel like I'm hurting.
Brady Brown now, the tricky lefty, over to Crocious. Crocious plays down low. He's been playing against Nelson all night. Nice play, though. Crocious found Hunter Nelson. And Nelson's going to head to the charity stripe for 2. Foul will go against. Let's see who they call it here. They're going to call it on Rylan Hollingshead, who picked up his 3rd personal foul. So Rylan will probably stay in the basketball game, would you say? I don't see anybody, Pat, putting anybody in.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with him. 3rd foul, a minute and a half, almost 2 minutes into the 3rd quarter. I'm fine with him. You got Weston sitting there kind of eagerly like, you want me to go? You want me to go?
Nelson couldn't hit that first one. His 2nd attempt is up and good. Nice shot there by Hunter to give his 13th point of the basketball game, 41-26.
I like the pressure from Divide County, trying to slow the Pirates down a little bit, try to get the ball into the handler that don't typically carry the ball for Tioga.
Johnson on the left wing. Tioga taking their time offensively, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Hayes gets it back over to Moberg.
Little 2-3 zone here.
2-3 zone, I like it. No, you're a good call, David.
Little 2-3 zone, switching it up, trying to slow Johnson down somehow.
Was going to have to go with the zone because Nelson's in foul trouble. Johnson, he's 3 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson puts up barely grazes the rim, crosses Divide County with a chance to cut into this Pirate lead. Nelson deals from the right wing. He's going to go out. Beautiful Euro step from Stockton. Cannot connect, though. Johnson, full court pass. Beautiful pass from Moberg. Moberg, ooh! Little forearm shiver there, but Moberg gets it to count. Moberg's got 9 points, David.
Even gets swim lessons guest number 100 off the bench. Trevor Tomte.
Weston Peterson, nice play. Oh, my goodness. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Johnson. Johnson, who pushed Nelson out of the way. And Johnson is going to pick up his 2nd personal foul. Coach Pat Albert's not happy. Him and Nate Allen exchanging greetings, I'm sure.
It's probably dinner plans.
Yes.
Hey, where are you going for dinner after this tonight is my guess.
Stockton deals under the maroon hoop. Tipped out of bounds. Good heads-up play there by Rylan Hollingshead, who's got 4 tonight. 5:52 left here on your NCC scoreboard. Divide County, they're starting to pick it up here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, they're definitely picking their tempo up. I like the defensive aggressiveness from the team, able to get that 1-2-2 press going into a 2-3 zone.
The whole Divide County bench raised, hoping Weston would get that. Weston Peterson, nice heads-up play. No dice, though, as the Pirates will get the basketball back. Putting on the full court press, but we were talking about it a little bit, but Zach Johnson, Divide County, going with a 2-3 zone here.
You almost have to.
Yeah.
And I think that's Pat kind of was maybe expecting that 2-3 zone just because of Brennan Johnson's presence.
Johnson on the right elbow. Nice pass over to Hayes. Hayes, ooh, look at the pivot move from Hayes. Beautiful play from the 8th grader.
Man, he faked everybody out. I think he faked Owen Miller out even.
Hayes has got 9 points on tonight's contest, 45-26, 19-point game all of a sudden. Nelson over to Weston Peterson. Weston back out to Hunter Nelson. Hunter on the baseline, kicks out to Weston. Weston thought about shooting the tray, and still he'll drive. Beautiful play by Weston Peterson.
Good take from Weston. Good answer, again, into a press, trying to slow the Pirates down a little bit. They were leaking Gunnar Moberg out, leaking him out and getting some easy layups, and it's kind of under control now with a little bit of this press.
Hayes, who gets the double team out of that zone. Tioga taking it their time offensively, taking instructions from head coach Pat Alberts. Up to the top, they go to Hayes. Hayes just turns and faces, no good. Rebound goes to Johnson. Johnson's doubled. Stockton stands straight up, can't do anything else. And Brendan Johnson will score.
Yeah, it's one of those ones you definitely don't want to get that 4th foul on a play like that.
Very wise move there. Crocious way deep top of the key over to Nelson on the left wing. Takes a Crocious screen. Stockton's going to drive, goes against Johnson. Foul. So now Brendan Johnson's got, I believe, is that his 3rd, David, or 2nd? That's just his 2nd, maybe.
2nd personal foul. I caught the tail end of the replay. I don't know.
No, that is Brennan's 3rd.
Brennan's 3rd personal foul. Yeah, I guess I didn't see. Nate had a great.
He's talking to the fans right now.
Too much.
Looking over here at Divide County head football coach Nate Nelson for some explanation. He gave me the Pee Wee Herman shrug. It's going to be, he didn't know what was going on, but Divide County fans Tioga Pirate fans get into it here. Stockton able to connect.
Finally get some cheering. I came to their game on Friday against Surrey, and it was like a morgue in here. It was so quiet.
Stockton Nelson, 14 points tonight. Most of them came in the first quarter. Pirates heading the other way, up 17. Hayes. Get it back to Johnson now on the left wing. Johnson picks up his dribble back over to Hollingshead. Hollingshead drives himself over to Ron. On back to Hayes. Hayes, who's had the hot hand so far for the Pirates, does a great job here. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson blocked by Croshes somehow, some way. Stockton Nelson now dribbling around. 4-on-2 basketball. Stockton goes in between, puts up the shot, no good. Now Brennan Johnson's wide open, cherry picking, heading up. Right-hand layup is up. Wait, what are we going to see? We're going to have an offensive charge. 2. Oh, they're going to call it on 2. That was Rylan Hollingshead. He's got his 4th personal. Pat Alberts needs to be careful here. Alberts about to get teed up. Good job there by Nate Allen to keep the game under wraps here. David, it's getting awfully physical around here.
Yeah, I wish I had an opinion either way. I
know.
I didn't see the foul.
Well, you're doing a lot tonight. You're producing.
Yeah,
We digress. It'll be cautious for the Maroons. Back to Stockton. Ooh, mishandled. Nice play here. Gunnar Moberg heading the other way. Gunnar goes up. Oh, my goodness, Stockton.
That's a big foul right there. As we take a look at our RTC Network's instant replay, Stockton with the little chase down. Could have been a Brady Brown foul, maybe, is what Stockton is begging and pleading his case for, trying to get that foul over to Brady. But a lot of contact on the play, but nice finish from Gunnar Moberg, able to get the old-fashioned
three-point play. Gunnar Moberg already with 12 points. Bench warning for the Pirates and Pat Alberts. We will have a warning here. So Zach Johnson going to keep Stockton Nelson in with 4 personal fouls, but Stockton's got to be smarter than that, David.
Yeah, it's a chase down. I get the intensity. I don't remember if he turned it over up high or what the case was, but coming down, it's an effort play.
Yeah,
it's a great foul if he's got 2 in the game.
Nelson, he'll deal on the left wing. Gets it back to Weston Peterson. Weston thought about putting up the tray, puts up the jumper, gets a bank of Tioga bank.
That's
nice shot by Weston.
The double doink.
Stockton Nelson now gets the pick. Oh, behind the back. That's tipped out of bounds by Weston. So good basketball from Divide County, but ever better defense from the Pirates.
Yeah, that was a good behind the back. I'm selfishly taking that if I'm Stockton.
I think Zach Johnson would like that as well, but it's going to be Brendan Johnson now for the Pirates. Played very well so far, been a fun player to watch. Thought about shooting the 3. Just holding the basketball here. He's going to drive baseline. Stockton's got to be careful. 4 fouls on him.
You know, on the primetime players, you got 3 for Johnson and 4 for Nelson.
We're going to have a foul. Foul will be called up top. I believe they're going to get Dean Croshes for that one. His 3rd personal as well.
Foul trouble starting to play a little bit here as Coach Alberts maybe asking dinner plans of Monty Lund this time, maybe.
Brennan Johnson connects from the charity stripe. He's got 23 points tonight. 51-32 on your NCC scoreboard. Dallas Hansen, David Peterson on the call here. Make sure you give us a like for Game Day Media. Subscribe to our channel. Share with friends and family. We got a lot of good basketball coming up. Tomorrow night we'll be in Crosby at Barry Hagen Court. Vicam will take on Ray, both girls and boys. So big night of hoops coming up here in Game Day. Dean Croshes now puts up the mid-range jumper. No good. Brady Brown gets the offensive board. Hunter Nelson now, he's going to drive. Puts up a nice little runner off the back iron. No good. Stockton Nelson. Oh, he missed it. He's going to go back up again, and he'll make that one count.
Same play that Stockton did on the other end of the floor when Brennan had that offensive rebound and put back. He doesn't want to get that 5th foul, and Brennan doesn't want to get that 4th foul.
Tioga's got numbers, 3-on-1. Nice move by Hayes. Hayes over to Moberg. Moberg blocked by Dean Croshes. Brady Brown now gets it over to Stockton Nelson. 52-34. Divide County trying to go on a run here with 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, and that will not help the cause. Great defense from the Pirates. Another Divide County turnover.
Too many turnovers on this end of the floor for Divide to be able to get back.
Brendan Johnson, he's going to get an and-one basket.
So we take a look at our RTC Network's instant replay. Brennan Johnson running the floor beautifully with a little high carry over the top for the hoop and the harm, with Croshes picking up his
4th foul.
4th personal.
Brady Brown's going to tie his shoe. We've got time to talk a little bit about what's going on the court there. The Hayes dad about on center court. They're picking up some popcorn, repping the Duke Blue Devil hat. Blue Devils, one of the best players in the nation, playing on their men's team. The Flag kid.
Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag, very phenomenal. We're going to have a full timeout here. Pat Alberts wants time. Right now on the NCC scoreboard, Tioga Pirates 55, Divide County 34. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Based in Crosby, North Dakota, St. Luke's Medical Center's mission is to provide comprehensive and compassionate health care for individuals and families in cooperation with the area medical community. Our vision is to be recognized as a community leader by delivering quality health care through a team of dedicated professionals in a friendly, compassionate, and growing environment. Recently named one of the top 20 critical access hospitals in the country means our community can count on us to deliver services they need now and in the future. To schedule an appointment, call 701-965-6349.
Hey, welcome back into Game Day Media. My name is David Peterson alongside Dallas Hanson, the podcaster. If you haven't done so, check out Swim Lessons, a podcast. Just had an awesome episode with Derek Selvig, head coach for the Dickinson State men's basketball team down in Blue Hawk Country. Your second home, maybe?
Yeah.
Down in Dickinson. We got to know him for a playoff football game, and he is one of the nicest individuals you'll probably ever meet. Incredibly tall, makes you feel like a short person when you're talking with him. But make sure you follow Swim Lessons on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and YouTube. Drops every Wednesday?
Yep, every Wednesday morning. Thank you for the plug, David. Got a fun one coming up here with Austin Dufault, Chicago Bulls not head coach. Maybe one day. He's the bench coach right now. Deep three from Hayes. Oh my, that almost bounced in.
Mr. Basketball, Austin Dufault.
Mr. Basketball. Derek Selvig was also the Mr. Basketball for the state of Montana, Gatorade Player of the Year. Derek also played on the back-to-back teams for the Grizzlies who made the NCAA tournament, so it was a fun one, but it will be Hayes misses the three. Weston Peterson now gets the rebound for the boys in maroon. Weston almost picked off by Hayes. He was. What a play by Hayes. We're going to have a jump basketball. Coach Pat Alberts about jumped as high as I seen him jump at the DC Classic there.
Yeah, trying to save that possession arrow in favor of the Tioga Pirates. Trying to get that quick little 30-second timeout to keep that extra possession as we get into 1 minute and counting.
Jaron Ron brings it down. Actually, that's Cooper Hayes. Now over to Lallam. Lallam on the left wing. Back over to what I would say is the glue so far for the Tioga Pirates, Gunnar Moberg. Played very well so far. Johnson now at the free throw line. Back out to Hayes. Hayes deals back over to Moberg. Moberg with the wild hair, David. I like Moberg's style. Hayes now, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Tioga's got to go. Ron, he's going to drive baseline. Ron goes up. No good. Rebound Nelson, 55-34. Up to Hunter Nelson. Hunter, he's got a nice drop step. Goes up, no good. Rebound Weston Peterson, right place, right time, and Weston scores.
That's why you hustle in case of that. Nothing's ever guaranteed. And if Divide County would have loafed it on that play, they would have never got that.
That was close. Brennan Johnson now gets it down low. Gets blocked by the youngster. Look at the defense here. 4-on-1. But somehow Brennan Johnson almost got a shot off there. Brennan battling against four Divide County players. Tied up basketball, so possession arrow shows Divide County 55-36. 11 seconds left. David, what are you doing if you're Coach Johnson?
If I'm Coach Johnson, I'm going to Stockton. I want Stockton to take this last shot of the quarter. 11.4 seconds as Johnson's coming in. I'm looking to see maybe a little bit of a mismatch in between Stockton and Jaron right now.
Shot clock off for Divide County. Hunter Nelson puts up a mid-range jumper. Good. Nice play by Hunter.
Just like I said.
That'll bring our score to the end of 3. Tioga Pirates 55. Divide County 38. Don't go anywhere again. We got fourth quarter action coming. Can Divide County come back, or will Tioga keep on dominating?
At Prairie Home Furnishings of Stanley, featuring some of the best brands in the industry, such as Ashley, La-Z-Boy, and Shaw Flooring, we have something for every room in your home. From furniture to flooring, outdoor living, mattresses, and decor, we truly have everything your home deserves. Shop our everyday low prices locally in store Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturdays from 9 to 4, or shop online anytime at shopphf.com. For all things home, be sure to also follow us on Facebook.
Don't forget to join us after the game here on Game Day Media for your DNL Paraffin post-game show. We're going to have our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game as well, and then thoughts. And hopefully Pat Albert's a little cooled off when I get to talk to him, if Tioga wins, that is. But Divide County looking to mount a comeback. 8 minutes to go, David. If you're the head coach for the Pirates, what are you telling your team to hold on to this lead?
We're down 17 right now. We got to get something going offensively. I'm going to need Stockton to be in there the entire way of the game. I like the minutes from Wyatt Locken coming in. Getting another big matchup between Johnson and Locken.
Down low they go to Johnson. He's going to go up and good. Brennan scores again at will. 28 tonight.
He's just a force. I mean, everybody's having the same problem as Divide County's having tonight.
Stockton Nelson, nice pass to Weston Peterson. Weston doing a great job. You were calling him Charlie Hustle there at the break. Weston kind of doing hustle points here for number 3 in Divide County.
Yeah, I like the hustle plays. I'm a hustle guy. I like when kids diving on the floor. It makes the basketball. It shows your coach you want to be in there.
Johnson what a spin move from Brennan Johnson. That was beautiful basketball. He scores.
That is post play 101.
You can't teach it any better.
That is beautiful footwork from the senior.
Weston Peterson, he's got the hot hand. Left hand up and good. Weston Peterson again.
So we take a look at our RTC Network's instant replay. Weston Peterson, a little bit of left-right action going right at Cooper Hayes, finishing nice with the left hand.
Weston Peterson's got a quiet 15 almost.
Does he really?
Yeah, he's got 15 points already tonight.
He's having a nice game. I know he's coming in, stat sheet's over there, he's coming in probably averaging close to 12 points per game.
Weston can't get the old school three-point play to go. 7 minutes left on your NCC scoreboard. 59-42, Divide County trailing now.
Shoots the ball nice from the outside. 7 3-pointers thus far this season, but the free throws just kind of lying to him right now.
What a play.
74%.
Johnson down low to Ron. Ron makes him play. He'll go to the cherry stripe for one more, an old school three-point play again, and that will be foul number 5 for Dean Krosh as one of the bigs for Divide County, so he will take a seat on the bench. Dean played a nice game tonight, though. A couple blocks, nice rebounding. Dean will finish with 2 points on this evening's contest. Ron hits the three-point play there. Jaron Ron, he's got 6 points tonight. Weston Peterson takes a lock and screen. Weston back up top to Stockton Nelson. Stockton, top of the key. He's going to drive on the left hand, puts up a nice little runner, can't get it to fall. Brennan Johnson, he corrals it. Ooh, we're going to have a hard foul here. Hard foul will go against Wyatt Locken, a 6'3" sophomore.
Good size.
Yeah, very good size Wyatt. His dad is very tall as well. His sister played basketball at Divide County, a tall lady as well. So there's some height there in the Locken family.
It's one thing you can't coach, right?
Right.
You can't coach you to be tall.
That's right. Johnson up to Lallam. Look at the basketball here from the Pirates. Up to Ron. Ron goes up. Nice transition offense. But now Divide County with their own transition offense. Nelson put up the 3. Stockton passes to Brady. The tricky lefty banks in. Oh, he thought he was going to bank it in there. Nelson, nice pump fake. Goes up. Oh, he can't hit it. Locken says, let me try, and he will. He'll get it to score.
That's 2 good back-to-back possessions. A good defensive, had the block down on this end of the floor, and then 2 offensive rebounds for 2.
Stockton Nelson just fell out of the basketball game. You got to be smarter than that, Stockton. You can't swipe at the basketball. That's a big loss. Divide County just fouled out one of their studs, Stockton Nelson.
He knew it. Hands over his head immediately.
It's troubling because he's smarter than that.
Yeah.
He's way smarter than that.
A hustle play. Another
play.
one of those hustle frustration plays, maybe down by 18 right now.
So Stockton, who played very limited tonight, was still able to manage 16 points. Hayes connects.
Yeah, basically checked out midway of the second quarter, and we didn't see him till the middle of the start in the third quarter. But I mean, he's a tremendous player for Coach Zach Johnson.
Speaking of tremendous player, folks, keep your eye on this 8th grader, Cooper Hayes. He wears number 23 for the Pirates. Excellent, excellent player. Weston Peterson lost the handle. Gives it over to Head. Head, top of the key. Backdoor cut by Brady Brown. Nice cut. He's going to get fouled. Foul will go against number 23, that is Cooper Hayes. He picks up his 3rd personal foul. So Coach Zach Johnson, 2nd year as the head coach for the Divide County Maroons, assisted by Trevor Tomte. But Zach Johnson doing a good job with his Divide County team, who wins last year weren't very much, but he's doing a better job this year.
You learn a lot about your team when you have minimal success. It's kind of gut check, and I think he's the right man for the job. His podcast that he had on Swim Lessons with You was very positive, upbeat mentality of they're trying to flip the script, trying to make, the young kids of Divide County, let's get in the gym. If you want to have success, you got to work at it. Are you a really good Xbox player? Yeah, I am. Well, probably because you play a lot.
If you want to win in the winter, you got to play in the summer.
Yeah.
Tioga, they're up 20 right now, 64-44. Divide County trying to mount a comeback. They'll have to do it without their 2 starters. Dean Krosh, who fouled out, along with Stockton Nelson. Look at the Hayes kid. Beautiful basketball from Cooper Hayes.
Just a beautiful footwork again. Just a nice soft touch from Cooper.
Pat Albert's got to be happy with his squad tonight. Came into a very big district game. Head's going to go on top of somebody.
Oh, and
we're going to have... That hurts.
I know what, Jerry. I mean, That's never happened to me, but when I went down and interviewed Traven Head for our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game in football, I was somewhat intimidated by him. I'm like, man, this is a mountain of an individual. I was like, he's got to be like a junior freshman. My goodness.
Yeah, he's a big kid.
Screams football player, Divide County football player for sure. Nate Nelson's smiling over there on the side.
Oh, yeah. Turnover on Divide County. Johnson heading the other way. Gives it up to Cooper Hayes, the youngster, senior to a fresh 8th grader.
Unselfish play from Brennan Johnson, contributing on his assist game as well.
Hayes has got 15 tonight to go along with a big night from Johnson. Weston Peterson puts up the tray. No good. Pirates get the basketball back. 4:50 left in your NCC scoreboard. Hayes on the left wing. We're going to have another foul in Divide County.
You're lining up the Surf Valley Dental Group free throw line.
So Hayes will head to the charity stripe for bonus. This will be 1-1. Divide County just picked up their 5th team foul. Hayes' first attempt is up and good.
He's shooting 2 for 4 minutes and 44 seconds on every foul from Divide County.
Checking in the basketball game is going to be Cooper Nelson. He wears number 1, a 5'7" freshman. Getting some good minutes from Cooper Nelson here.
Yeah, a little bit of a gut check. You know, when your main player gets in foul trouble, your 2 starters are fouled out of the game, somebody's got to step up. Is that going to be you? Who's it going to be?
Peterson top of the key over to Hunter Nelson. He puts up a deep tray. Ooh, almost got it to bank in. Rebound goes to Johnson. Locken's got to be careful. Almost fouled Johnson there. Would have sent him to the Service Valley Dental Group free throw line. Hayes takes a Johnson screen. Divide County staying in the 2-3 zone. Johnson puts up the 3. No, he's going to drive, goes up, and he's going to be fouled. It's been a foul-a-thon this 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they're just, Divide County's just without Stockton and now Dean in there. They're just having a hard time matching up man-to-man. Even in the zone, they're just being able to break the zone, getting into the middle.
Wyatt Locken just picked up his 3rd personal foul. Johnson to the Service Valley Dental Group free throw line, connects.
Well, the statistic that Brennan Johnson doesn't shoot free throws very well is going to be corrected a little bit. He's shooting the ball real nice from the free throw line. Only shoots about 45.3% from the free throw line.
Tipped out of bounds by a Divide County player tonight. Brennan Johnson's got 31 points. Big part of their effort. Coach Albert's taking it out. Johnson, he's going to go up again and score. Make it 33 for Johnson. 73-44 on your NCC scoreboard. My name is Dallas Sanchez, joined along with David Peterson. David and I will be in Divide County tomorrow night for the Ray Jays versus Divide game. Hayes, he goes up. Can't connect. Rebound, Weston Peterson. Nice job here by Weston. On the right wing, he's going to put up a jumper. No, yeah, he will. Weston goes up, and, ooh, can't get it to count. Brady Brown gets it blocked. Good offensive board there from Brady. Johnson now. It's going to be Hollingshead. Hollingshead goes up, and he traveled. Turnover on the Pirates.
Yep.
With 3:45 left, Lawlen will check in.
Maybe looking for a little bit of a wet spot down there or something, but I think feet just got a little happy.
So the Tioga Pirates played well tonight. They're going to move on to 6-5, David. Big district win. But you've covered a few of these teams in this district. Powers Lake, number 1 right now. Ray Jays, 2. Who do you think's in that 3-4 spot?
Could be Tioga.
Yeah.
Could be Trenton, depending on what night. Trenton has a nice-looking basketball team. Alexander, depending on what they show up. I mean, I think
it's very, like we talked about, the top 2 are good. We know who that is, but the after 2, it's kind of up for grabs.
Yeah, that's what Trevor said on episode number 100. You know,
yeah.
Not to say the bottom feeders, but the middle to the bottom is you win a game here or there, you lose one that you're supposed to win in the midseason. That could take you to it could fall you all the way down to playing in the tournament.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's going to be a fun district tournament. Game Day Media is going to have the district tournament, correct, David?
Yes, over in Williston at the Well.
Good deal. That's going to be fun.
One of the best venues in western North Dakota, the Well.
Okay, so we missed the foul here, but the foul will go against Wyatt Locken. His 4th personal here. Gunnar Moberg's evening continues from the Service Valley Dental Group free throw line.
Gunner's played a nice game. This is probably the best game that I've seen Gunner play this season.
14 points for Gunner tonight.
Bunch of offensive rebounds, shooting the ball nice. The hustle plays, the defense that he's kind of slowing everybody down.
Well, he's done the little things that don't necessarily show up on the stat sheet.
Yeah, the hustle plays.
Hunter Nelson back over to Brown. We're going to have a foul here. The fouls continue. Zach Johnson's going to wave the white flag and send in some substitutions here.
Fans are getting their money's worth.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
So we've hit 30. The clock will not stop now until free throws and timeouts. One of the rules with the NDHSAA getting the game rolling a little bit more. I've talked to a couple coaches around the area. I personally don't like it because of this.
Yeah.
These younger classmen that get in, they don't have a fair shot at full playing time, I don't think. I think that they are limited in their minutes because of the players that coaches play, but then when you get a running clock towards the end of the game, it's tough to get in a rhythm for some of them.
Divide County with the basketball. Be Nels at the top of the key. Ooh, almost thought about shooting it. That's Valverde. Over to Dumbstrike. Dumbstrike puts up a nice shot. No good. Rebound will be out of bounds on Tioga. So Divide County with the basketball. 2:10 and counting. Don't forget, after the game, we're going to have our DNL Paraffin post-game show along with comments from Pat Alberts and our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, who we're not going to name yet. There's a couple players that could get it from the Tioga Pirates. I'll have comments from that player as well. Nels puts up a three. Ooh, almost got to count. Valverde kicks out to the Peterson. Peterson can't get it to count either. Dumbstrike almost gets the board, but it's tipped out of bounds. Tioga Pirate basketball.
Let us know what you think. Who do you think should be the Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game? Stats go this way. Brennan Johnson's got close to 30. You just said Gunnar Moberg's got close to 14, 15. Cooper Hayes got 15. Stockton Nelson's got 15.
33 tonight for Brennan Johnson.
But guess who has the ultimate say?
Yeah.
You.
Yes. Dumbstrike with 1:15 left will bring it down for Divide County. It's been an interesting game if you're just now joining us. Divide County came out swinging. Tioga did as well. It was a fun one, back and forth in the first quarter. Stockton Nelson got in some foul trouble. The game got away from Divide County, but Tioga played so well offensively in that second quarter. Able to get Brennan Johnson going, and then the third, it kind of just 20-point game, just kept staying at 20.
Yeah, and that's kind of when it turned. As soon as Stockton went out with his third personal foul in the second quarter, the game kind of turned around.
We're going to have a moving foul here. Go against Eric Dumbstrike. That'll just about do it here. 36 seconds left and counting. Here from the ship at Tioga, North Dakota. Tomorrow night, we'll see you in Barry Hagen land, the court that Barry built. Divide County High School will be the place. Basketball will be the game. Maroons versus Ray Jays.
We got the Vikings territory. The
my goodness,
chant.
the skull chant. I'm gonna be sick. Just kidding, Vikings fans. I like the Vikes. Powers Lake does that clap too.
Nothing
Powers
more
Lake
intimidating than the tomahawk chop, though.
I know.
From the Chiefs
Kansas
Nation.
City. Kansas City, here I come. Bills and Chiefs, going to be a fun one. Dumbstrike for three. Almost got it to count, and that will be ball game on your NCC scoreboard. Divide County 44, Tioga Pirates 75. Tioga look good tonight. We'll be back with our DNL Paraffin postgame show and our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game.
This Game Day media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Border Mobile Grain Cleaning, based in Columbus, North Dakota, offers custom on-the-farm grain cleaning for spring wheat, durum, and barley. Contact Ethan Bakken at 701-310-5007 or find him on Facebook at Border Mobile Grain Cleaning.
Since 1952, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, North Dakota has been Burke County's only full-service community-owned and chartered bank. We are committed to being the financial backbone of our community. Liberty State Bank, FDI insured.
Welcome back to our DNL Paraffin post-game show. Pat, I mean, you're able to come up with a big victory here. We're able to pick up a big victory here. Second quarter, it seemed like you guys kind of caught your rhythm offensively. Pulled up ahead by 20. Tell us about going to the second quarter, what it was like.
Well, I mean, Stockton Nelson getting in foul trouble doesn't hurt anybody, right? I mean, they're a hard-working team, and we kind of let them do whatever they wanted on offense. It was I'm a little annoyed, to be honest. I know we won by 30, but I'm not in a very good mood right now. I probably should be, but we didn't play our best, and they kind of took it to us, honestly. If we play a better team than them and we play like that, it's going to be a long night for us.
Cooper Hayes, the eighth grader, stepped up for you as well. And then we had Moberg. Moberg was able to get a lot of offensive rebounds. You got to be happy, though, with some of those glue guys that showed up tonight. Johnson had 33, so you know where you're going to get from Johnson. But Hayes and Moberg, some nice pieces.
They are. Cooper's been playing like that all year. I think he's averaging a little over 15 a game, which is really good. Gunner's a great leak-out guy. I say he's the best leak-out guy I've ever coached. Brennan hits him pretty well. So, they did good. We need other guys to step up. Listen, we're not going to score 70. Brennan can't score 75 by himself. These other guys have contributed this year. It's been awesome to watch.
Thank you, Pat. Appreciate the time. We'll be back with our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game here in 1 minute.
Growing family? The City of Ray has shovel-ready lots available, 12,000 to 20,000 square feet. The lots are free of any special assessments. Right on Highway 2, we offer convenient travel and connections, as well as access to our amazing education system. Your family's future is important to us. Let us help you with that first big step. Contact Rhonda at 701-568-2204 or stop by City Hall at 101 Main Street in Ray. Think of Ray when planning your future. Invest in a community that invests in you. Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today.
I'm down here with our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. That is Brennan Johnson. Brennan, I had you down for 33. Big win at home here tonight. How you feeling?
It feels good to get a first district win, and our record's 500 now. It feels good to get a win today.
The 8th grader Hayes played very well tonight. He seems to look at you a lot to get some big buckets. How nice is it to have a young player like Hayes along with Moberg, who got a lot of offensive boards? You got two nice pieces with you there to go down and deep in district play.
I'm really proud of Cooper, and playing how he does as an 8th grader, averaging 16 points a game and handling the ball well. Like, he's got a lot of pressure, and he does a very good job with that. And I'm happy with the work that these guys have put in. We got a young team, and practice to come and work hard. We got to work on our layups a little bit.
Good point there, Brennan. This summer, you were just telling me a little bit off air, you play with the ND Phenom team. You're coming into this year having a great senior year. How big is it to play with some of those great players like Walker Brought and some of those players you got to play with on the Phenom team to have that translate now into the winter in your high school career?
Well, it's an AAU ball. It's almost a different ball. The pace is way faster. I was playing against D1 with D1 guys, and everyone's there to compete and win, and they go hard. It's a really physical game, and that it's helped me get more physical in here, and if you finish, you can work, helps me with my finishing and shooting, and it helps with everything because your pressure, you can handle the pressure well, because in AAU kids are all up on you, and there's no sagging off. You gotta go hard the whole time.
I like it, Brennan. Well, now this is your senior year, last run here, last dance. What's it going to take to get you guys to that district championship, perhaps a regional tournament? What are you going to have to do and your teammates to make the Pirate basketball be very, very good at the end?
Well, we had some goals at the start of the season. Turnovers, we want to limit our turnovers because less turnovers, much more chances you got on offense. Layups, free throws, we want to good teams make the easy baskets, and that's what we want to do. We want to convert on all the easy chances we get, and if we do that, we'll be able to stick with a lot of teams, and it will help us get to the region tournament.
You've been listening to our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. That is the great and powerful Brennan Johnson. Back up to you, David.
Excellent interview. Excellent job by Brennan Johnson. Fantastic game from Brennan Johnson. We are going to take a quick little timeout here. We're going to gather some of the stats and scores, tell you where we're going to be next week as this thing rolls on with our DNL Paraffin postgame show. Don't go anywhere quite yet.
Kyle Hansen is proud to be a Thrivent financial professional, providing personalized financial guidance to people of all stages of life. Thrivent believes humanity thrives when individuals make the most of what they've been given, and Kyle is here to help you do just that. Larson Boston Agency, your Farmers Union insurance agents located at 106 Main Street North in Crosby, North Dakota, offer multiple lines of insurance including crop, farm and ranch, home, auto, commercial, and health insurance. Give Chell or Robbie a call today at 701-965-6335.
D&L Paraffin Incorporated is a local family-owned hot oil company that has been in operation since 1981. We work hard to develop good business relationships with the oilfield companies in the Tioga area. While offering services north of Lake Sakakawea, we focus on integrity, hard work, and safety. For all hot oil services, call dispatch at 701-641-3065 or 701-641-6310. And for hiring information, be sure to follow us on Facebook at DL Paraffin.
Welcome back to our D&L Paraffin post-game show. My name is Dallas Hansen. You just heard from our Brad Johnson Insurance MVP of the game. That was Brennan Johnson. But let's start off with Divide County. They came up short tonight. Lost a district game, but their scoring went a little bit like this. Weston Peterson, he had 15 points. Hunter Nelson had 14. Stockton Nelson had 16. Dean Croshes had 2. Brady Brown had 2, and Wyatt Locken finished out the Divide County scoring with 2. Looking over at the Tioga Pirates, who, talking with Coach Albert, said there's a lot of room for improvement, but they look good tonight. Rylan Hollingshead had 4. Gunnar Moberg had 14. Jaron Ron had 6. Cooper Hayes, the 8th grader, 17 points. A big night for Cooper. But Brennan Johnson led all scorers with 33 points. David, you had a chance. I know you were part of the Tioga Pirates coaching staff. You were just telling me how much Brennan's grown and how much he's matured and how much better he sounds and looks as an athlete. But he's a nice player. It's not easy to score 33 points, obviously, but just the things he's doing as a leader now seem to be improving.
That Brennan Johnson, I told you, that's probably one of the best interviews that I've seen Brennan Johnson ever give. The wall maybe came down just a little bit, getting more comfortable with being in the spotlight because knock, knock, it's going to be there for you, Brennan. The true leader of what he said was, I like how our guys go. I love, practice. We have got to cut down on the turnovers. We have got to stop doing this. We have got to make the easy buckets. Talking about his 8th grade player, trying to mentor an 8th grader is probably tough for a senior in high school. You could blow him off or whatever, but Brennan needs Cooper as bad as Cooper needs Brennan. They are two tremendous players for Coach Alberts, and I just love what Brennan said there. I mean, you guys listen to it. Just the team. I want the team, and this is what we have to do. Good teams make those shots, and if we want to go deep, we have to convert. We have to do this. We have to do everything. It was an excellent job, and nicely with the door closing for Brennan for tonight, a nice way for him to end his night.
Well, Divide County, on the other hand, they come up short tonight. If you're Zach Johnson, David, a Divide County team plagued with fouls throughout the game. Stockton didn't get to play much. Croshes fouls out. There's building blocks there for Divide County. We're going to get to see how the building blocks go again tomorrow night against a very salty Ray J basketball team. But what are you going to do, David, if you're Zach Johnson? Not only you got a quick turnaround here, you got a back-to-back. You're going to play a good Ray J team, but how are you going to get this team to gel together, come together as we're getting towards the latter end of the season?
I think the gelling is probably there. Mm-hmm. Stockton, doesn't need to necessarily say find his fit with the team. He missed basically 7/8 of the season last year. Coming in, the team relies on him. Somebody else has to be the option for Divide County. When Stockton, when and if it's going to happen, you're going to get 4 fouls. You're going to foul out. We saw it tonight. Somebody else has to be the next man up for Zach and the team of who is going to be that guy. Is it going to be Nelson? Is it going to be Peterson? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be the next big player for the Divide County Maroons? And they're in the mix. I mean, I told both Zach and Trevor when we saw him in Berthold in their game against Drake Animus that they put 2. Let's not forget they beat a Receive Votes team earlier in the season very, very easily. But you guys are going to surprise some teams. If somebody's not prepared for you guys, you're going to beat them and you're going to open some eyes. And I think what they're doing is absolutely tremendous in Divide County. They have a very good program, a lot of great men leadership in the Divide County School District and teachers and coaches alike throughout the whole school. But no doubt they're going to get something right. That's your job as a coach, is to figure it out. We took this loss. We're going to soak it in. What did we do wrong? What did we do right? And move on from there.
Very well put, David. Very well put. Want to give a quick shout out to my guy who's behind the camera tonight, Owen Miller. You've been listening to our D&L Paraffin postgame show. Owen, you're the best in the business in my mind. We're going to close up shop here. My name is Dallas Hansen alongside David Peterson. He did producing and color tonight. Very tough to do, but thank you for joining us. We will see you tomorrow night at Barry Hagan Court in Crosby, North Dakota, where the Ray Jays will take on the Maroons, both girls and boys. Thank you. Stay safe and stay true.
Tonight's Game Day Media broadcast was brought to you by NCC, Tioga Medical Center, The Country Store, St. Luke's Medical Center, O'Theone Boutique, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Haugland Insurance Services, D&L Paraffin, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bravera Bank, Continental Resources, Northwest Therapy Services, Nesset Consulting Service, Roustabout Service and Insulating, DA Land LLC, Tioga Ace Hardware, Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, The Bank of Tioga, Tioga Parts Supply, Tegan's Interiors, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Prairie Home Furnishings, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Montreal County Health Center, Brandy Larson Insurance Agency, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, Border Mobile Grain Cleaning, Wham LLC and Dry Fork Supply, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, Crosby Chiropractic, the City of Ray, Lindsay Grocery, Northern Charm Boutique, Montreal Williams Electric Cooperative, Burke Divide Electric Cooperative, Mirex Petroleum Corporation, Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, Faith Baptist Church of Kenmare, Ray Farmers Union Elevator, Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, Tioga Pirates Booster Club, The Depot LLC, Big Memo Laser, TNT Measurements Incorporated, The Food Barn, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated, Sund Manufacturing, Sorensen Ranch, Western Education Regional Co-op, RTC Networks, Flag Family Media.